Okay, so on this we are finding the product z1, z2, and quotient z1 divided by z2. So basically what happens with the product, you're multiplying the outside parts, and in the when you're multiplying the angles, you're adding them together. So we're going to have z1 times z2 will be square root of 3 times 2, which we can just write as 2 times the square root of 3. And then it'll be cosine of 5 pi over 4 plus our angle of pi plus I times the sine of 5 pi over 4 plus pi. So what we have to have is common denominators on our angles. So 2 square roots of 3 cosine 5 pi over 4. The common denominator for pi would be also 4, so 4 pi over 4 plus I sine of 5 pi over 4 plus again 4 pi over 4. So now just add your angles. So 2 square roots of 3 cosine 5 pi plus 4 pi will get us 9 pi over 4 plus I sine of 5 pi plus 4 pi would again get us 9 pi over 4. And that's all you need to do. This is doing the exact value. If they want you to find the decimal, then plug it in and get the decimal through the calculator of 9 pi over 4, the cosine and sine, and then multiply by 2 square roots of 3. Now, if we want to look at division, it's going to be z1 divided by z2. So we're going to take square root of 3 divided by 2 times the cosine of 5 pi over 4 minus pi. So with division, you're using subtraction. So plus I sine of 5 pi over 4, again minus pi. Now with the same thing we have to do here is to find that common denominator. So square root of 3 over 2, cosine of 5 pi over 4 minus 4 pi over 4. The values will be the same as they were before as far as finding the common denominator part on that. Times I sine of 5 pi over 4 minus 4 pi over 4. So square root of 3 over 2 times cosine 5 pi minus 4 pi will leave us with pi over 4 plus I times sine 5 pi over 4 minus 4 pi over 4 is still going to be pi over 4. And that would be your answer there. So this would be the division part, and this one will be your multiplication. And again, if you need to find the decimal value, then just put it in a calculator to figure it out. But you will need to, you might have to step it out a little bit instead of just putting it all in once, or you can put it in all at one time, depending on what you're looking for.